Welcome everyone. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. We'll get started here in several minutes, but if you have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know. Welcome everybody, we'll get started here in a few minutes. In the meantime, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. And again, thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome everyone. We'll get started here in a few minutes. In the meantime, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know. And thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, Philip, welcome to the stream. Must be nice to have off from work. I'm working up double this week because I'm going to be gone for a couple of days next week due to a family emergency, so... I hope so. That's the hallmark of a good time off, is that you're able to relax and de-stress a bit. Alright, we'll get ready to go ahead and get started here. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream. Episode 5 of our Starfield gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, on some admin notes, couple of things. The big one being, of course, that Bethesda update 1.7.33 has come out earlier this week. It had a few graphics improvements and some stability and performance improvements, which is always good. However, the thing that really caused it to get so much play amongst content creators was the fact that they removed the underground vendor chests. If you're all familiar, and again, it may have been this way in Fallout, I'm not entirely sure since I didn't play those, but in Skyrim, the vendors' inventories, when you would go talk to them, were actually contained in a chest sitting underneath the world. And there were a few famous ways where you could just walk up and look downward and see a portion of that chest clipping through the ground and be able to loot it. Or others where you could actually glitch out of the world and get to chests that were underground. And it's a Bethesda thing, and it was the same thing here. There were the famous Akila city chest where you could just walk over, point down at the ground by some rocks and see the vendor chests and just take all the weapons and credits out of it and just make, credits really, really fast, as you could then just go rest for 48 hours, reset it, and do it again. Obviously not intended gameplay. It's become a bit of a meme over the years with Bethesda games, and it was in this one as well. A lot of well-documented videos about the glitches to access those chests. Well, Bethesda removed that from the game, and it caused a lot of uproar amongst, I'm going to say, content creators mainly. Most people didn't know and or didn't care to be able to exploit glitches like that, to be able to artificially inflate their credits, but it did get a lot of play this week, and that has been removed as part of their update. So there were some, like I say, other minor general things for graphics, performance, and stability, but if it didn't get automatically updated, then make sure you get that done as well, just to make sure all the stability and improvements are taken care of in your game. So, from the game perspective, admin notes, that's about it for this week. So I did want to get to a channel admin note, and that's that next week at this time I will not be here. I will be traveling due to an unexpected family situation, and I will not be here for this live stream next week. So what I'm going to do is during this week and the start of next week before I leave is I'm going to record a 3-hour gameplay and continuing this live stream, and I'll just set it to upload on Wednesday, so that y'all will still be able to get your kind of streaming update for Starfield, but it won't be a live stream. It'll just be a VOD that you'll be able to view. Don't really have the opportunity to be able to stream while I am gone to a different location, and this seems to be the best compromise because I do have to be gone. It's a short notice thing and don't have any choice, so definitely don't want to leave you guys hanging. So look for a video to come out next week on Wednesday. It just will not be a live stream. I'll put up a community post as well mentioning it, and I think that's really about it. On the last thing for admin notes is that I do still have some contractors working here this evening, so if you do hear some background noises and things like that, just bear with me. It shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't be very long or very loud, but just bear with me as we finish up the renovations of my house. So I think that's it. So we'll go right into our recap. So at the end of last week's stream, we had finished taking down one of the First Cavalry veterans as part of the Freestar Rangers questline. We had talked to him. That conversation did not play out very well. He attacked us, and then we ended up clearing out his ship and had some contraband, and we went to the den, and in the wolf system introduced you all to that system and the location there to be able to sell contraband, and that's where we left off last week. So we're going to jump right back into that location, and we'll pick up from there. So how's the game been? It's on your back burner. It's been fun for me. It's obviously
I try not to trade in gossip, but if you have any verifiable information, I'm all ears.
It's a Bethesda game, so we know kind of what the format's going to be like. We kind of know what to expect and how it's going to go. However, the main storyline is really intriguing, actually. It's unlike anything that I've seen from a storyline before, and the more you progress through it, it really draws you into it. So I've been really happy with it. So here we are, just to get a quick update on the surgical strike here. So we're going to go to the clinic because we're trying to track down Cruz, the next member of the First Cavalry. So we'll go ahead and go to the clinic. So we'll open up our map here. We'll zoom back out, and here, the quest marker at Narian. Which is the star station here. So we're going to jump in. And we'll just boost in here real quick to get close enough to dock. As soon as you get within 500 meters, just hold down R and you'll dock.
Docking complete.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
Okay, so obviously a courier problem going on in here, and the first thing you notice is all the red tracking lasers from the turrets that are set up. Nothing we have to worry about right now, but we are going to the ranger office here.
Not exactly a hotbed of criminal activity here, is it? Well, that suits me fine. Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop in your investigation. Yep, I'm pretty well caught up on things. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest.
How you doing, old man?
Well, I'll be a dust wrangler's cousin, Sam Coe. Oh, it's been too damn long. Why, Cora must be what, 9, 10 years old by now?
I wish. She's 12.
Almost a teenager? My goodness. And here I thought I had enough gray hairs already. So, are you back?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm just out here to watch the deputies back and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
I see. Well, back to the matter at hand, then. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? Well, I think you made the right decision to come here. No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just the man who can help you. Right this way, deputy.
Okay, so talk to Ben here. We're going to follow him out.
I'm not sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here.
Hey Vito, welcome to the stream. If you'd like to talk about it, you can find my email address on the About tab on my channel, and feel free to send me an email.
Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, and I ain't fond of them right back. Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with. Hey there, Ari. Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, Chief. A little more the former than the latter.
Just one
What brings
week
you by?
without something weird.
Well, the
That's
deputy
not too
here
much
could
to
use
ask.
some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in
You have a
my
nice day now.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air.
You need anything.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some
One of the
issues.
docs will get you right as rain in no time.
Huh. Well, we don't give the patients free access to our computer system, so I doubt that's related. Still, it's worth keeping in mind. So who's the suspect you're after? The name's not ringing any bells, but maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming the database cooperates. Come on. Okay, give me just a minute here. Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted woman.
Everything's good. I appreciate you checking.
Yeah. Let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace... What's her last name? Doolin. Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start.
And because I have points in the security skill, it's giving me this additional option here.
You're welcome to use the Ranger Station terminal. I'll enable admin access for you.
Okay, so I do have an optional here now to use the terminal here, as opposed to following the regular quest arms, which are to talk to the two individuals over there. Okay, and it gave me her name, who it was installed by, anyway. And now I need to gain access to the VIP wing here.
I'm okay with Dr. Scott.
I'm sure there's someone else that can help you. Yes, what do you want? I'm sorry, but we don't permit unscheduled visitors to that area. You'll need to ask whoever it is that you wish to visit to make arrangements with me. Who exactly are you? And I require you to respect my authority as a senior doctor here at the clinic. The answer is no. The rules are the rules, no exceptions.
There's no progress that bureaucracy can't ruin.
Okay, so we do have a couple of options here, because we do have some points in medicine. Great, thank you, Vito, I appreciate it. So we have a couple of options here, or we can also try and persuade. However, I'm going to look at the medicine option here.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I suppose if I can't trust a colleague, then I can't trust anyone. This will get you in. Conduct your investigation quickly and without disruption. I do hope you won't make me regret this.
Okay, so that's what having points in certain skills does in the game as far as dialogues. It lets you bypass persuasion checks and things like that and take optional ways to complete your quests, so it can be very handy. Now we're going to go in here and talk to Catalina.
The clinic's a bit of a legend in the medical field.
Looks like we stepped right into it. By the way, things like these are always fun to decorate your home once you actually get to that point in the playthrough, just saying. And again, just taking a look around for any crafting supplies, medical stuff, things like that. That wasn't very nice. Alright, so we'll look around in here for some clues. Okay, so it looks like this is where the program was running from. Okay, so it looks like she left on an emergency rescue vehicle. So, and it also looks like she probably is terminal at this point. And this is just about an introduction to the clinic. There's a slate over here. Tells you the real reason that she left. She was tipped off that I was coming. And now we need to go to Sakharov. Yeah, not cool that she left a landmine there
Maybe I should have just gone.
waiting for me in the medical bay, but we've already learned that the First fairly ruthless in how they deal with things. Okay, so we need to go to Sakharov here. So Sakharov is down here. We haven't been there before, so we just get the option to jump in.
Dad, what does superfluous mean? I just read it in my book.
It means, more than enough. As in, Koroko has a superfluous amount of books.
No! I won't have more than enough until
And
I have
just
a
a hint, watch out for asteroids when you're flying around. I've seen fast rotating asteroids kill a whole fleet of Crimson Fleet pirates before, just because they spawned on the backside of it and tried to get too close to it. Okay, so don't know what we're in store for here. We don't have anything on our threat detector here yet. Okay, so that's where the medical evacuation shuttle came from. So this is where she's hiding at, more than likely. We do have a mannequin here with a spacesuit in it. We'll pick up. You're going to find several of those as we go along here. You don't have to destroy them.
Heard your ship, Doc. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you. I've had more than enough time to prepare for this. So either you leave now, or I'll be burying what's left of you.
And that is a very true statement. She is prepared for us. But that's never stopped us before, so... take a look around here, see if there's anything interesting for us. Master level lock that we can't do anything with.
what the crystal is.
This switch is broken, so we can't get through that door yet. There are some...
Time to bundle up.
There's some cobalt over here, which is a rare mineral resource you can pick up. And just so you understand what I'm doing, there's just some more crafting resources here. Periodically, you'll see me crouch and go into hide mode, into stealth. And then I can look at the stealth meter and see if there's any enemies anywhere near me. And if there's not, then you'll see me come back out of stealth. And if there are, then obviously I'll stay in it and see how I can approach whatever enemies I'm dealing with. So nothing here yet. Okay, just standard junk that you can pick up. Okay, looks like about it. Another med pack, always good. As we'll use that now. You can see I'm slowly advancing the medicine skill. I always tend to keep one set of formal wear sitting around somewhere just for some role-playing reasons. But yeah, most of this stuff is just stuff that you pick up and sell. Another med pack here. Looks like some digipicks, maybe? Nope. Nope, yep. And I'm not going to be doing any food crafting at this time, so... Okay, so it looks like we have 2 ways to go here. Again, not very nice. Okay, now you can see that my stealth bars turned orange. Just letting you know that there's probably enemies around, and there are. And you can loot these for, in this case, structural materials, which is a crafting material that you need for outposts and furniture and that sort of stuff in your homes. So it doesn't look like there's anything else showing up on my monitor, so... And there probably is, or probably are, minerals and or that sort of stuff around here. Yeah, see, there's more cobalt you can mine out here if you want. I don't do that anymore. I end up buying the materials. However, I am going to need my cutter for this. Okay, something's obviously aware of us. As usual, I always try and stick to the high road. Okay. So we've got a robot here. Okay, looks like that's all that's showing up on my meter. Don't forget to loot robots. They normally have some good crafting materials as well as energy weapon ammo most of the time. Okay, so we've opened up into a rather large area here. And now we've got some verticality here.
I don't know why, but I think this would be a hell of a place for a seance. Knock once if you hear us, spirits. No?
Okay, so we'll see if we can find any of the enemies in here and just clear them out from range, if we can. Okay, so we do have a robot here. Okay. Where there's one, there's probably more. Okay, so we're going to try and head over there. Hope we don't fall. It is low G here. Okay, some more credits. And now we get a different viewpoint here, so we can look around and see if we see whatever's on our monitor. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it's underneath me here. Yeah, looks like it's probably right underneath me. See, there's another way to go here. Looks like another way to get down. Yep. I always try and find these back ways and that sort of stuff. It looks like it got us past a secured access door here, and this must lead us into that large room where we just were. Yep. Okay, another one. See if it's going to come around toward us. And this must be... Okay, well I thought it was a ladder. Or an elevator. It might be, it's just, aha, yes it is. So this is the elevator from upstairs that we were next to. There's a robot here, and there is an access terminal. And this illustrates what you can do with the robots, so you can recalibrate so that they can protect you. Or you can remove combat inhibitors and they will just attack everyone, and then you can activate those units. They're going to normally stay in a specific location, but they will patrol around, and if you're exploring, they can be useful friends to have. Okay, so a turret here.
They're probably still out there. Who knows where?
Like there's a shard hopper down there, but it looks like it's behind cover, so... Did I hear the robot? Okay, well I think Sam sees it. Kind of, anyway. He's taking pot shots at it.
You get your blood pumping, huh?
Okay, still have some on our threat monitor, so we'll just take it easy and stay hidden for now.
Are you training for some sort of weightlifting competition?
They always have very interesting things to say when you become overloaded. Okay, take a quick look around here and then I'll pass off some items to Sam to carry.
Alright, let's get back to that back. I wouldn't say no to a gift.
And at this point, none of these things are going to be very close to what you're wearing from the Mantis pack. So you can feel free and ending up getting rid of almost all of these. Okay, and then I have picked up some resources, so I'll see how many he can carry. He can carry them all, so that gets rid of a lot. Okay.
Guess we're done.
Okay, so it looks like our way down is around here. Okay, so a couple of different ways to get down. I'm going to hop around the corner here. Take the crystal pathway down. And always just look around for hidden turrets and all that sort of stuff. And this is where the back end leads, coming down from the broken catwalk. There is a way down below me here. Probably just more of the shard hoppers down here, if I had to guess. Okay, so it must just be more minerals and that sort of stuff. Yeah, just more cobalt you can mine. Oh, there is a robot you can loot down here. Okay. Creature pile. Interesting. More crafting materials. Just gonna do a quick look around. Make sure there's nothing vertically that I'm missing. Should be good. Can't unlock expert locks yet. Okay, so here, bad things are going to happen. Just be prepared for what's going to be coming once you get a little bit farther through here. You're going to get yourself into one heck of an ambush. Come back here, Sam. Okay, so we do have a crate over there that we definitely want to go take a look at. More crafting materials.
Here comes the fun. Too bad there's no more. I can use a workout.
And paying a little bit more attention to the ground. We run into quite a few mines. So, looks like 2 ways to go here. Let's head this way first. Okay, so assorted weapons and a bunch of ammunition and a ladder, or an elevator that heads down. Instead, we're probably going to take the stairs. Now let's go over here and look this way first. Okay, so just another way down the stairs. Taking the stairs gives me more control over any engagements I might get in, rather than just taking an elevator and having it open in a bad spot. And trust me when I say that there's a bad spot here. So opening up down there, taking the elevator down, you instantly alert all of these robots that are down here. There are robots down on the ground, there are robots up on platforms, there are robots that will come running up to you and smack you right in the face. And you really have to watch your health because you're getting attacked from a bunch of different ways and there's not a lot of cover on that elevator. So being able to manage the engagement here is a lot better, and taking out as many as you can from this spot is going to be a much easier way to do it. So we're just going to start off down here, and you can see all the signatures that have popped up. And like I say, the last thing that you want is for all of them to be shooting at you at the same time. Here's what I mean. You've got the dog robots that will come just punch you right in the face. You've got the regular robots that will stand back and shoot at you from afar.
Hey, my friend here can teach you manners.
Nice shot, Sam. So you're going to have limited visibility from up here for the rest of the facility, but again, being able to eliminate as many as you can, and there you saw I'm gonna jump straight down here. That's where the elevator comes out, and you can see there's very little cover down there. I'm gonna drop down onto this platform. It looks like it's broken going down, so hopefully... Okay, and this is what I mean by... Okay, watch your health.
In the hole.
Was a very well thrown grenade. Okay, I can see this laser beam coming from somewhere. Looks like it's glitching through the rocks, though. Okay, the other thing you're going to see are going to be turrets. Alright, Sam, let's move up a little bit. Okay, there's a turret there.
I don't think we're alone.
I've got much more ammo here. Take longer to kill them, but save that big ammo for when I might need it. I think this one might be another turret over here, but it's out of view. Same thing for this one. And possibly the same thing there. So I think we're okay to head down.
Now that is a crystal with a capital C.
Yep, there's the turret. And you can position yourself so that the turret can't fire at you. Okay, I think I can see the red laser there. I think there's a turret. Okay, there it is. And we'll be on the lookout for the last one around the back over here.
Place not, need not.
There it is. Okay, maybe not. There is still something left. Okay, I think I know what that might be. So I think we're good down here. So we'll go ahead and just loot the things that are down here on the bottom floor. If we run into anything else, we'll take care of it. There it is. No, the scanner doesn't. Yeah, they don't show up on that. Really, the mines aren't that difficult for the most part, as long as once you hear them trigger and you get the notification, you just come out of stealth as quick as you can and start moving backward. Most of the time you're okay. And even if there isn't, I haven't run into a mine that one-shots you yet in the game, so I don't worry about them all that much. Okay, so now our ways around down here consists of two things. This is where we came down here. First, we have this large door with a broken switch, but you can see there is a cable that leads away from it and leads over to this secured access room here. We can't get into this yet. We'll be able to deal with that later on. And then you can see there's obviously a walkway that winds itself around this central crystal here, and that's the way we're going to go. For the most part, if you haven't taken them out already, here's where the turrets are going to engage you, is when you're trying to make this climb up to the top. And looks like there's another turret up here. Good shot, Sam. We're gonna save that skill point for now. Okay. So here we have to cut our way in, and obviously something is waiting for us in there. And it's moving, so it's a person. So what I'm going to do Okay, that was not what I intended to do. Didn't want to blow myself up. That's the intention right there. Now you can't kill Maya.
Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it. Yeah. We've got a base, a good one, too. Spent months of my life getting that place up and running. As for where it is, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. Because that's what we were hired to do. The pay was good, too. But the best part was getting to stick it to the people who turned their backs on us. Of course it is! We spent 20 years behind bars because our leaders got scared and called off our attack just when we had the battle won. And did the people of the Freestar Collective that we fought and died for come to our defense? No! They did nothing. Nothing! Well, now they can die. Just like most of our unit did. I can't wait until you find out. Fine. I ain't feeling conversational anyway. Of course I ain't. What kind of fool would be eager to die? I'm just not stupid enough to deny what's inevitable. I wish I were. How about I make this real simple for us both? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. Get it over with. Life's kicked me around enough as it is. But if you want to let me die on my own terms, then leave me in peace. I've been abused or abandoned by everyone I ever got close to. Gave up on people and put my faith in machines instead. Wasn't until I came to the First Cavalry and met Major Hull that I felt I could trust someone again. Well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to solve with your brain instead. I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, you'll learn something useful. Now get out of here, and leave me in peace.
Hey, as a former military member, I can sympathize with her wanting to die her own way. She's terminal. He's not going to be doing anything from here against anybody, so I can sympathize with that. So I'm going to let her go, but again, feel free to play these things however you want. Entirely up to you. So here we do have some more crafting supplies.
You can stand to drop a few pounds. I don't mean a diet.
Okay, we can take a look at the computer here. And this controls the turrets, which we don't need to worry about anymore. Should be no signal from all of them, so if you did manage to miss one, it'll show up in here. And here's that door that we saw, and now you can see it activated this exit over here.
Good work dealing with the Shaw gang. I wouldn't say no to an upgrade.
Okay, so we did get back underneath of our carry limit, which is good.
So long.
And looks like we're going to fill it right back up. And you'll find very quickly, once you get into the crafting section of the game, and you can get there, you know, right now if you want. However, once you start getting to research,
If you're too tired to pick up those valuables, I will
and
happily help you out. I know what a guy,
the
right?
requirements that you have to do, that you need for materials to do research, and then the actual materials that you need for crafting your upgrades and that sort of stuff. All of these things that you've picked up here are going to be a big help. They're just things that you don't have to pay credits for later on. So don't think that there's no reason you're picking them up. You are picking them up for a reason. It's just helping you out later when you get to that point. Okay, now we're back up here at the top where we started. So I am still overloaded. But it's not that far of a run to get back to my ship. And now here we'll go ahead and take everything from Sam.
Dealing with a bank robbery. Happy to even out the load.
I could just take all from Sam and then
You want me to carry
give
something for
him
you?
back the lawgiver and the ammo. See if maybe he can get an upgrade over the lawgiver. I don't know as if he can. No. And the lawgiver needs 50. I didn't want to give all of it to him.
I might have what you need.
All he needs is one bullet. So we'll make sure he's equipped it. He's got the ammo for it. We should be good.
No, that's it then.
And then I'll go and drop anything that I can. In here. And we'll take a look at that chameleon, but again, at this point, there's not a whole lot that you're gonna find that is going to be better than the mantis gear. That won't come along for several levels. Okay, and normally what I start doing about this point is getting my injectables so that I'm not carrying any more than 3. You normally don't need to carry a ton of these. Now med packs don't have any weight, don't have any mass, and the other things aren't, you know, seriously weighty, but if you don't clear them out from time to time, you will very quickly notice that they will overload you. Okay. So now checking our quest list, we have the surgical strike to give the encrypted slate to Alex. So we'll go ahead and do that. So before we do that though, let's go look at our skills, because I believe we leveled up medicine enough to be able to put another one in it. We have. So medicine's going to let my med kits do 20% additional healing and heal 20% faster. But more importantly, it gets us started down the science path, which gets us into weapon engineering and spacesuit design, which is going to really open up our research capabilities. So medicine and astrodynamics are the two to start putting skill points in. They're the most immediately useful. So we'll go ahead and unlock this one here, and let's just quickly look and see what we have. Security, we can unlock this to expert locks. And that should be good. Now it's important to prioritize your skills, your skill selections at the start, but not so much later on. You have the ability to basically level up every skill point in the game. It's just going to take you a very, very long time to do that. Depending on if you explore New Game Plus and that sort of stuff in the game. So it is truly, it's not unlimited. It's just based upon how much time you have. So I guess that makes it unlimited, but if you want to spend infinite time, you certainly can. But the reality is, on your playthrough here, you're going to be able to reach the, level 50 and above just by doing side quests and main quest missions. You can really bump that up to the 70s and 80s if you get an outpost and material crafting going. So you have a lot of skill points that you can unlock, and with 4 levels for each skill point, assuming 80, then that allows you to level up fully 20 different skills in your list there. So you have a lot of options. Then go through and do the exact same thing again on New Game Plus. And rinse and repeat.
Hey, Deputy.
Welcome to the Rock.
And New Game Plus was a very interesting twist on the replayability compared to previous games. It really opens up something else. I don't want to get into too many spoilers there about it, but it's really pretty cool.
Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one side of the Freestar Collective to the other. How do you like the job so far? That's good to hear. So, what brings you by? Well, well, what do we have here?
Well, this is new.
Very interesting indeed. Having 2 of these should make the job go a lot faster. Double the data and all.
Better this than being some dust ranger. Take a seat.
Grab a chair.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Not really, no. We can't be everywhere at once. Right now, our best hope to stop them is you. It's worse. It's tragic. How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
Come on, Emma. You know as well as I do how tough this job is.
That's exactly my point. When it comes to deciding who earns a Ranger's badge, I will not compromise.
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you. There are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. Exactly. Dealing with the Council can be tough, but it comes with a badge. No need to make it harder than it already is.
Let's continue. We've got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. I suppose underestimating you was his last mistake. Damn. I thought if anyone could see reason, it'd be Marco. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the First Cavalry was stronger than most. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility mostly underground. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex. The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
Be careful, Deputy.
Okay, so we now know where we have to go. We're gonna head out and check our gear first. Do some selling of some equipment and see if we have any weapon upgrades or anything like that to look into first. And now that we're at level 13, we should be seeing some weapon tier upgrades.
Work hard, play hard.
As well.
That should be the Freestar motto.
So let's go check it out and see what we can find.
That's the Rock, Ranger Central. Not a bad part, too.
Okay, so we can go into Roland Arms here.
Outlaws? You ask me? Traveling in Freestar? Okay. But if you start shooting up the town with something I sold you, I'll be more than a little displeased.
Okay, so let's see. Let's get rid of our weapons off of the Razorback first. Okay, so we definitely have the calibrated tier opened up. As I explained last stream or the stream before, there are 5 weapon tiers inside Starfield. There's the base ones, which don't have anything in front of the name. Then there's calibrated, there's refined, advanced, and superior, in that order. And those words are what you look for to illustrate or to see if it's the next weapon tier up or not. That indicates an increase in stats, normally the damage that it does. The other words that you see, like modified, that just means that it has certain mods already applied to it. That does not mean that it's higher in tier, even though the damage may be higher than what you're seeing at the base number. That damage increase is just due to the mods that are on it. So if you found a modified calibrated mag shot, that would have a higher damage than just the modified mag shot, because this is the base tier. So those appear right now to be very similar to what they were back in Skyrim, and that they look to be level based. So haven't really entirely worked out exactly what those level breaks are. But if I had to guess, and this is purely a guess right now, is that it's levels 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So at 10 you see calibrated, 20 refined, 30 advanced, or maybe it's every 10 levels with a gap in between a couple or something like that. Because I don't see superior weapons in my personal playthrough yet, but I'm just about to reach level 50 in my personal playthrough. So, and you can see these drop from enemies before you've reached that level requirement. So I have had advanced level weapons drop when I'm level 10 and things like that. So your loot tables have the ability to drop higher tier weapons from enemies, and that sort of stuff. You can always up your difficulty level, and that will change the static loot that you find around you to give you a better chance for higher quality items and that sort of stuff. But for right now, that kind of explains the weapon tiers. So just looking through what we have an Assassin's Calibrated Grendel. So compared to mine, you can see I have armor-piercing rounds on this, which increases the damage, but the Calibrated here, even though it doesn't have some of the other modifications on it, it's still doing more damage. And that's what the Calibrated really gets you. The drop in the range and the drop in the accuracy is because I don't have the tech barrel and I don't have the tactical grip. But even with the other mods here, the Calibrated Grendel's doing better. So that's something that I'm going to pick up for myself. I don't worry too much about carrying a bunch of other things. Just gonna look around and see if there's something. The Old Earth hunting rifle is it's higher damage than certain things that you're carrying, so I'll just kind of illustrate it real quick. So right now my main long-range rifle is the Marksman AA-99, and this is, you know, what I picked up early on from Jemison. But right now this is at 31. The next higher level of the Old Earth hunting rifle is going to take me up a damage tier above the Marksman AA-99. So for now, this is still my best weapon that I've come across. So it's best that I stay with this for now. But I am going to swap this out here for my other Grendel. Then I can sell that Grendel that I'm carrying.
Sure, Laredo makes some good guns, but just so you know.
And I can sell off these additional mines that I don't need. We do have Shepherd's General Store here.
Everyone needs supplies. Take a gander.
And we have an Assassin's Calibrated Maelstrom, which is pretty nice. This is another semi-automatic armor-piercing rounds weapon here. And again, it uses 6.5mm, which you're going to end up finding a ton of laying around. So, and here's a modified calibrated. So again, calibrated, the weapon tier, modified just means it's got a mod on it at this point. Okay, that looks to be about it. If I wanted to get the Maelstrom, I could. I just don't need to. I think I've got more than enough ammo with the Grendel right now. They'd be serving the same purpose. So let's just sell off what we can from here. And again, the Chameleon's nice. And it looks like it is better in a couple of stats than my Mantis armor, and I rolled horribly, like we've already talked about on the perks on my Mantis armor. So I may look at that one. Now the first officer hat and outfit, the hat doesn't do anything. But the first officer outfit has some of the higher protections that you're going to find early on in the game. Because it does have 25 in energy and 15 in physical, as well as some decent airborne and radiation stats. Don't ever sell your ship parts. And the resources I'm going to keep, so... Okay, so that about finishes where we're at, so now we can look at our quest here, and it says we need to travel to Arcturus 2. Oh, and we do, before we get out of here, we want to check ammunition.
I get all kinds in here. Feel free to look around.
We want to see if we have any more 11mm caseless, and we do. Just to get stocked up for this. And I'm pretty sure that'll be enough, but let's go over here to Roland real quick.
I don't do payment plans, or I'm sure I got what you need.
And we'll buy that out as well. Okay, so Arcturus 2 is over here. We haven't been there yet, so we're going to jump into the system. Okay, and we have some first ships that are not too happy about us being here. Okay, so we're just staying out of the line of fire until we get around behind them, and we'll engage. We do have some more ships here. Still outnumbered 2-1. going after the big ship first. Shields are back up, our grav drive is damaged, and our engines are damaged a little bit. And with these larger ships, you really do have to manage your speed, or else you'll just fly right by them. Okay, so you did have a heck of a fight there. But it's nothing that you can't handle in your ship here. It gets a little harder with the Frontier. If you've invested points in piloting and you can use thrusters, these fights can become quite a bit easier because you can keep your distance. However, your weapons, unless you've modified them, don't really have a whole lot of range by default. If you have put points into targeting systems, then you can zoom in on them, especially those large ships when you're fighting them, and you can disable them and board them and that sort of stuff as well. That's not something that I'm focusing on at this point. Again, the Razor Leaf is a good ship, but without upgrades, it's still a little squishy. And that's kind of why we are here as part of this quest line, is because we're going to look at the ship that we get at the end of this quest line as well. So, alright, so just looted all the ships, so now we can head down to the surface here.
Set up an outpost on a planet like this once.
Okay, Okay, so just checking my stealth monitor, nothing yet. Thanks for making it out here, Sam. I appreciate it.
I mean, the Mech are terrible weapons of mass destruction, but...
Getting a little bit smarter, right?
Sad that they're outrun. I always wonder when things like this, what happened?
And the flames, if you stand in them, just cause damage over time. And it is enough to take your companions down, so... try and pull them back if you do trigger one of these accidentally. Like that. Thought I missed one.
This is Paxton, commanding officer of the First. Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside.
Okay, so looks like this is the main fight that we've been looking for. And we do have some First soldiers back there, and you can see we might be able to get a headshot on this guy. Run out of breath there, and it's really hard to see him that far back. Need to hold my breath at that range. Can't even see that guy who was up there around the column. No, he's up there. I just can't see him, and he looks like he's staying in cover, so... I don't want to rush him completely. I don't want him to mag dump me. Pop out. Come on.
Never mess
Just
with a co.
one little pop out here. Or don't.
Grisly, but part of the job.
Now you're also kind of getting a look at the size of these mechs that they've been talking about. You can see how big they were. I can only imagine how frightening it would be to see something like that coming down towards you on a battlefield somewhere. Okay, so that's about it. We'll head back up here. And while we're here, we do want to look at our clothing and put on the First Soldier outfit. This has, again, some of the highest physical damage resistance numbers early in the game, with 25, and a good number 15 for energy, so it's a good thing to have as a backup. If you wanted to put the helmet on, you could, but it doesn't give you any benefits one way or another.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
That was an interesting encounter. It was like almost like they didn't know what to do when I started shooting. Oh, okay. So we do have a broken bridge here. Leads down further into here. We've just got some heat leeches, it looks like. And no spoilers, but heat leeches are going to play a rather large plot story as we go through portions of different quest lines. Nice nade. I think that's... Nope, it's not. It's actually a guy.
You should have given up!
Come on. Did I down him? Yep, I did.
Well, they don't need it.
I think there was a second way down over here. There is. Okay, so just some stuff about the previous workers here when this was still a mech factory. A stealth calibrated Equinox is nice for Sarah to have. Oh, okay. All right. So they're in a serious head glitch over there. Okay, so once we start getting into higher level lockpicks, there's kind of a methodology that you want to use, and that's to start from the inside and work your way out. You don't want to start using picks on the outside that then you find out you needed to, and can only be used on the inside, or are needed to solve what's on the inside. So start looking from the inside out. Now here you start by counting the number of slots there are. So there's 3 slots here. So you start looking for the ones that have 3. Well, none of these ones that have 3 are going to line up with the 3 on the inner sphere. So that means that you need to use 2 and 1. So that one fits. And then that one fits. So now you can start looking at the middle one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can start looking at a 4. And that lines up, and then you need a 2. And that one lines up. So then you can look at the outer sphere, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, if you can do 3 and 3. So nothing with that one lines up. That one does. And then you would need this one here. So there's those 2. Then there's here and here. And then there and there. Okay, so that's kind of the methodology behind it. Always start from the inner sphere and work your way out. And I'm not too worried about them shooting over there. It doesn't look like they're moving to make their way toward me, so not too worried about them. Sam's returning fire. Maybe he's getting a few hits here and there. Let's see if we have any better cover out here. And we do, it looks like. So I think I see a head right there. Okay, so they might be moving around now. Looks like we might have 2. I don't know if there is another way to get in here, though. They're getting pretty close. I think they're just right down below us here. Yep, they are. If you can see their... If you can see the red carrots in the threat detector moving around the circle really fast, that means that they're really close. And they've cut down the angle enough.
Taking on the first is a death
So, looks like I've downed a couple here. Oh, Sam moved down to better cover. That's good.
This is my favorite part. Ah, son of a... Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
Okay, pop your head back up after you reload. Okay, I'm going to move down here to the same cover level as Sam is, and I do have an enemy right across from me. Oh.
Time to tango. Go.
Great. Love the fact that you're always throwing your grenades with your left hand.
This feels like old times. Oh, hurts.
Okay, you gonna pop your head up? Alright, so we'll go advance down here a little bit now.
I said that right?
Give Sam some of this gear to
Let's
carry.
get back to that bagful. If you're looking for something in particular, I might have a spare. Yep.
And I think I know where these two are down here. I think they're down here on this lower level in front of the door.
Someone there.
Might be coming up on me now.
Stand down from alert.
Watch out, Sam. Okay, so there are 2 turrets over there, and then I think there's 1 human enemy left right below me. Okay, so there he is. Okay, so the other human enemy's still down below me here. Yep, there he is. Can't see him with the stupid arc welder, but I was watching my health there, so I wasn't in much danger. Damn, you've upset the turrets.
Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
Oh, is that a guy there? It is. Okay, I think we're good here. You can loot the turrets for crafting supplies as well. And looks like we're clear.
The First Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Mira, the First Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
So, as a, again, former soldier, you always are going to have gripes with the decision makers who are sitting back in some nice comfy office while you're out there taking care of things. But you still have your orders to follow, and at the end of the day, revenge does not come into the picture, so... That guy had a bad day.
Me and my friend here are gonna teach you manners.
Oof. My breath ran out right when I was aiming. Okay, we might have a couple attempting to flank around here.
Grab everything useful.
Oh no, this one doesn't go through. Okay, good. So that area over here probably does, though. Alright, Sam. Watch out. Somebody shooting at nothing, because I'm certainly nowhere near there. We'll try and flank left here.
Got another option with the passage over there.
Okay, not sure where this last one is at. Okay, so now I can see on my threat indicator where they are. Okay, so they're not... Okay, so they did move up here.
You should have given up!
Come on, I know you're right here. Oh, he ran away. Alright. And he's got a whole lot of friends. Let's go try and take the checkpoint or the choke point here. But you see, they do run off and alert their friends. Whether or not they actually bring anybody back with them is an entirely different story. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay, master level lock. So you got a glimpse of what's in here. It's a big open area with a lot of verticality to it. See you. You can see there's a lot of enemies in here. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice head glitch.
Not my day.
I'm more than happy to let Sam put in some work out there. I'll cover him as best I can from up here. I would like to get the high ground. There are some stairs over there. I think I'm just going to go running for the high ground here. Let's go, Sam. Keep up. Nice try, though.
We must, right?
Alright, now let's see if we can do some work from up here instead. Okay, so I see him with these bars being at the exact wrong height. I think I'm going to move around a little bit, see if we can take some more higher ground. Okay.
Get your blood pumping, huh?
Gotta get those headshots in. But at this range, I'm gonna run out of oxygen really fast trying to hold my breath, so.
Your time's coming up.
I think I downed him. I did. Okay, kicked off a hornet's nest here. It's like directly below me. Yep. I think this one's down here around the corner on this ledge. Yep. All right, Sam, put in some work here. Oh. Thanks for stepping right in front of me, Sam. Okay, one more here. think I know where they're at. Could be able to get a nice shot from here. All right. So easy enough. And again, just always try and keep the high ground. Even if you have to expose yourself and run to go get it, always take it. It just makes things so much easier. Old military axioms play through in video games just as well as they do in real life. So there are a ton of enemies that we took out here. All of these weapons are going to be sellable. So we'll pick up what we can from around here. We're not going to spend the whole time going around searching every square inch of this place. It's not the best engaging gameplay for y'all to watch. But I am going to go through and do a lot of searching here. Just because this is it's all free credits. And weapons are worth a lot.
Justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning the battle and the war. When the ceasefire order came down.
Please drop some of that. I'm hurting just watching you.
The people of the Freestar Collective are going to pay.
Okay, so more of the Freestar Rangers knew that this place was in operation and they led in here, so let's see if we can free up some of this gear.
Hey, if you find a new pistol, I'd be obliged.
Okay, so he's full, it looks like. Yes.
Yep, I was done too.
And we can, of course, drop any of this stuff if we want, but like I say, the penalties for being overloaded aren't that severe in this game. So I don't worry about it too much. Okay, so starting from the inside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Nope. So we might have to go with a 4 and a 1. Yes. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look like any of the 3s line up with all of those, so we'll probably get a 2 and a 1 again. And then 1, 2, 3 on the outside. So again, I think we're at a 2 and a 1. And we are. Okay, so got an epic pistol here. Oh, we've got a legendary refined Equinox. So let's take a look at those two things real quick. So we did get a suppressed regulator. The regulator has a slow fire rate but high damage. So an extended mag assassin's refined Grendel. So it's got some good mods, but it is not it's not semi-automatic. But I'll keep it because we can mod that ourselves. And then we picked up this. So it's got anti-personnel, which is good. Rapid, which is also good. And Frenzy, which is okay. But is certainly an improvement over the previous Equinox that we have. And we got a bunch of rounds for it. Okay, so definitely good to mag dump on somebody. But not all that great at range. Okay, so again, Paxton Hull talking about the fact that it's basically a holy war for him at this point, so he's gone over the edge a little bit, probably. Alright, so large open area. Over to our right and to our left. So we're going to have to watch our flanks on this one. And we do have enemies up top up here. We can...
Blood in my eyes.
Even when they don't pop their head up, we can still shoot them through the holes. Okay, looks like Paxton Hull's made his way out here himself. And he's head glitching me. Fine, I'll get in some damage on your feet while you're blind firing me. See if I can chuck a nade up there with him. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Tango.
Oh, ran out of ammo. Shit. Okay, now you can't kill Paxton. He's very much like we've seen with other First mercenaries in the past. He's gonna go down, but... Oof. Nade landed right in my face.
This feels like old times.
I love Sam.
I'm not feeling so good.
Wow, they are chucking some really accurate grenades. I'm impressed. Looks like they might also be trying to flank down low. He's blind firing. Just shooting at a silhouette now. Ah, there he is. I think he's still alive. He is. Alright, and... oh, the last red dot is not Paxton. Okay, so now they're all highlighted. So...
when your temperature looks like a batting average, you know that ain't good.
I love Sam's dialogue. Now we don't have to go chasing them around. We'll be able to see them. Oh, there must be a turret over there. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now it's just talking to Paxton here, who's downed.
I can't believe it. You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them. If we'd have had more like you in the war, we could have planted our flag in New Atlantis. You fought because you had to, and you fought well. Don't apologize for that. More importantly, you survived. Most soldiers don't. I know. Because I'm the one who led them to their death. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless. But spineless leaders gave up on us, even when victory was within our grasp.
I've heard stories about the Battle of Nera. Can't imagine what it was like to see the horrors you've seen.
You pity me? Is that it? You haven't earned the right to pity me. Innocent? Nobody is innocent while they allow corrupt leaders to take control. The Freestar Collective has lost its way. The dream that we fought for died a long time ago. You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy.
You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause. But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now. We'll see about that. Not long after I started the First, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
Ron Hope. But he's on the Council of Governors. There's no chance he'd be capable of such a thing.
To keep the Rangers off the scent, Hope wanted to hit a lot of places quickly and finish whatever he was doing before word spread. We needed another ship to meet his timetable, so he gave us the intel necessary to steal one from his factory. It also let him play the victim and keep suspicion to a minimum. All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation. The credits were good, but yeah, getting some payback was the real reward. You think I've lost? Is that it? I haven't lost. You go find Ron Hope and tell him what I've told you. Then you can deal out whatever justice you see fit. You do your job, and I get one last piece of vengeance against the Council.
Damn. I don't want to do this guy's dirty work, but we can't let Hope get away with it, can we?
Don't bother.
He should face justice, but I'm not sure he's gonna come quietly.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
You know they have cargo control.
Well, I certainly don't agree with his principles, but he did have honor in his own very strange and demented way, and I can respect that. At the end of the day, the death of his soldiers affected him, and in a way he just couldn't come to grips with. And that I can certainly understand as well. But yeah, doing what he did, obviously not the right way to go about dealing with it. Okay, just gonna do some quick looking around out here. Some looting on the way out. Again, like I explained, there's a lot more looting to be done in here of all the weapons and that sort of stuff that the individual soldiers had. So you can get a lot more money out of this. And then at the normal end of all of these,
And
you know,
sometimes things just
high
go your way.
missions or end missions, you're going to find some sort of crate, whether it be a scientific crate, a military crate, or industrial crate, something like that. That you'll be able to take a bunch of stuff as your kind of first quest reward from. And now we know where we are. We're back here where we came in. And I want to look at something and see if I have... Okay, so I do have a balanced boost pack here. I just want to put something on that's got a balanced boost pack. Because I am going to have to... Because I'm overloaded... I'm going to have to make my way back. And I'm going to use the balanced boost pack to do that. And again, I'm going to start taking health damage.
Nobody around. Might
As
be
I
able to
go,
find
but
some
I'm not too
salvage
worried
around.
about my health because it's going to stop at 10% or 5% health, and it's not going to go down any farther, so... Yeah, Philip, very much like it. Bethesda's had a script, you know, that they've been following for a long time, and, you know, to be fair to them, it's been a very successful script. So I don't expect them to give it up. So we'll go through, and I'm gonna go through and look at all of the weapons and that sort of stuff off stream, and then when we get back to a particular point when we meet up again, then I'll explain if I've made any changes. So what I am going to do though quickly is just rest for 1 hour. Get my health back.
Conquer itself.
Now we can look at our quest log again. Yeah, that's exactly right, Philip. It lets you know what to expect, and that makes it more comfortable in a lot of ways. So we're gonna go to Hopetown here, but first I am going to go get rid of just enough carry weight so that I'm not overloaded. So I'll just pop in and sell some stuff at a couple of shops here, and then start with the trade authority here and see if we can offload enough.
Anything?
So let's get rid of things that are going to be high weight but aren't going to use up that 5,000 very much. Okay, so that's about it from there. I do need to put my Mantis pack back on. And that's just because I switched out because the basic boost pack just doesn't do anything. It's horrible. You'll see it as I... It's just not able to keep you in the air long enough to keep you from losing your O2. So again, gonna take some health damage, but I don't care. It's also gonna help me utilize a med pack, get my health skill back up. No reason to be carrying my weapon out.
Hi there. Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transaction. Oh, please, take a look.
Okay, now we're down below it. Okay, so we'll just finish selling off a few things here and then we'll take off again. I can sell off some weapons here. I don't mind giving her 61 credits. That's fine.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Hello there,
Okay. So, looking at our quest, we need to go to Hopetown here. That's in the Narion system. At Valo.
It's a tough town, but these are good people.
Generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Burkett. We set some ambitious quotas.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
You met every one.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news. Whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Those jackasses on line A are
Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Of course. What have you learned? The same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why he'd make an accusation against me. That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
The cards are on the table. So why not? The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. We donated the fertilizer to select homesteads and let the farmers do the work. And when the time was right, we cleared the farm and brought in machinery to harvest the mineral-rich soil. The reduction in labor and materials costs sent my profits soaring.
You tricked them into poisoning their own land for your benefit.
I have a business to run. I can't afford to spend a credit more than I absolutely have to, Mr. Coe. I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force. Unfortunately, farmers can be stubborn folk. And I couldn't risk any witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job, and more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way. I give you my word. You're right. Yeah, those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hopetech.
A coupon? I can't believe this guy.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor.
So again, you have multiple ways to play this out here.
Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer? But on a much larger scale, yes. Justice can be complicated, Deputy. Sometimes the cost of exacting justice is greater than the cost of doing nothing. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
Careful. I think he means business.
Okay, so there are now down to 2 options. And violence is one of them, or taking his bribe. And I'm not going to let him get away with this.
Such a shame to see a promising career cut so tragically short.
Throw a grenade at my feet? Come on, dude. Ooh, that was some horrible shooting there. Wow. Okay. This is why I don't play first-person shooters.
Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
Shooting the dead ain't glamorous, but it sure is profitable.
Gotta give this guy credit, chucking a grenade right at my feet. That was a boss move there.
He tried to have you killed. I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person. Everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, it was so awful. I'm just a little in shock. I'm still not sure I understand what happened. A conspiracy to steal farmland? It's just so hard to believe. That's not the Ron Hope I know. The first part is true. He always looked out for us, for his employees. No, of course not. But there was more to him than that. He had a genuinely good side, a caring side. And now he's... You killed him. Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now? That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
There's a lot of smart, hard-working people here. You'll figure it out.
Okay, so now we need to go back and talk to Marshal Blake. And we can bring this questline to an end.
Life in all its many-colored glory.
Akila City is closed.
She looks like Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, Birgit. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. So I guess Vault Tech is something out of Fallout, presumably.
Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the Mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? I take it that they weren't too much trouble for you, given that you're standing here. Did you find out why the First was taking over farms? What? Ron Hope? That's one hell of an accusation, Deputy.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all? That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this? Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the Marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Congratulations. You truly deserve it.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Great job, Ranger!
Okay, so there's the big quest reward here that we were waiting for. We have been granted the Star Eagle. We also got a bunch of credits. We got some Ranger spacesuit armor. And we're going to head back to the spaceport. We'll remove that for now.
And your ship that landed not too long ago?
Whoops, and I went past it. I want ship services over here.
Hey, what can I... Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
Okay, so there's the Razor Leaf. You see it's marked as our home ship. The Frontier that we started out with. And now the Star Eagle. And you can see right off the bat that in almost every way from a systems perspective, it's better than the Razor Leaf. Now, however, we're going to lose that whole Pirates Are Scared of Me bonus. That is the special thing that comes along with the Razor Leaf. But from all the other perspectives, from shields, weaponry, and that sort of stuff, it's much better. The engines are a little bit less than what we're expecting, but the other big thing here is the cargo capacity. Our cargo capacity went up to 2,280 tons, or units, or whatever it is. And the Razor Leaf had 462. So it's a huge increase in the cargo carrying capacity of your ship, and being able to store a bunch of cargo there and not have to sell it off nearly as often can be a big benefit. But looking down here at the other stats, the shields go up, the shields go from 390 to 760, so they almost double in size. Our hull goes from 469 to 948. We also have go up from just 2 crew up to 5 crew, so we can add more bonus stats to our ship. The downside that we're going to see right off the bat is going to come in with our jump range, our effective jump range as we go through this. And you'll kind of see that is going to be something that we're going to expand upon with the fuel tanks. We're going to upgrade our fuel tanks here to be able to jump farther as we go. So that will be something that we will be focusing on next time. For now, I'm just going to hit H and make this my home ship. And you can see that my cargo capacity when I do that goes from 16, or it's 16 tons now. And our cargo capacity here is not listed as anything on the Razorleaf anymore. Out from behind the desk. Thank you. But now the Star Eagle is sitting here on the pad, and the first thing you'll also notice is that we have our front-loading cargo bay. So we no longer have to go all the way to the back. And I'm not going to go through the entire exploration of this since we are... Whoops. Since we are... at the end of things. Okay, but we do have a fairly extensive ship here that you can explore. There are all sorts of crafting benches that are available to you and all that sort of stuff. Here's your bridge. You can see the crew stations that are around here. And then you have your cargo hold, and yes, Philip, you can see that our cargo has auto-transferred. So as soon as you change your ship, your home ship, your cargo transfers over to it, and all of your crew reassigns automatically. Now, this can also be a thing like right now, if I fill this hold up and have 2,200 tons of cargo, and then I switch to the Razorleaf just becomes overloaded, quote unquote, and you can't add any more cargo to it, but you don't lose any of that cargo. So your Razorleaf would then have like 2,200 tons out of 462 available to it. So you would then just have to sell that stuff off. But yes, everything automatically transfers. If we go and we look at our ship, our crew has automatically reassigned to us here. So we have all of that stuff automatically taken care of as soon as we changed over to our ship. And now you can see that it's completely updated to 476. It adds that 460 on top of the 16 that was already in it when we transferred over. So all the ship parts and all that sort of stuff. So we will start out next time by probably doing a few quick upgrades to the Star Eagle. And then we are definitely going to continue on with the Empty Nest quest here. We've got Sam with us, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with his quest line now that we've finished up this particular one and gotten us a ship that you're going to be able to keep with you for quite a long time. This is my main ship on my personal playthrough, and like I say, I'm up to level 50 right now. I have more than enough to build my own ship from scratch. I have over 1 million credits to go ahead and do that. But this ship seems to be serving me perfectly well with a few upgrades. So I think that gets us to actually a really good cut point. So just as a reminder, next week there will not be a live playthrough live stream, but I will have a video that I will upload this week, which will go live on Wednesday. So you will still have a 3-hour video that'll go up. I'll be, explaining things as I go, just like I do on a live stream. I just won't have your comments, unfortunately, to go through. So, but hopefully we'll be able to get me through until until I get back from my family. So with that, again, thank you so much again for everybody who was here tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. Without your support, none of this would be possible. As always, this is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.